So this is really well done vodka. Ah! Ew.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. That stinks. Where's the quality control on this? So we have returned in another one of our series of We Review Weird Things video. And this is a video that is on cheap Ukrainian vodka. I'm sure that it gets much worse, probably in villages and things like that. But I just went to some of the discount stores here in Kyiv and bought the lowest quality, most entertaining looking bottles that I could find. They are paraded behind us, and we're going to dive into these delicious beauties momentarily.
Yes, that's the moment I was waiting for. I was really happy to film vodka, at least.
As the fact that we are actually doing a real legitimate review of these are not frozen. So typically if you're drinking just to drink, you want these as cold as possible. You want that thick, viscous texture and to sort of dilute the flavor as much as possible. But these are just slightly chilled from the fridge and then taken out about 15 minutes ago. So they're only slightly cooler. Because we want to be able to smell all of the nuances, if there are any, and then painfully taste the flavors.
Yes, but the true enthusiast never freezes it because he can't wait.
Yeah, a real Ukrainian drinker who's probably drinking this stuff doesn't care about the temperature of it. So we're only going to do half pours just because we don't want to get silly. And
because we already know silly.
We're
without alcohol.
Completely sober, silly enough to be doing this stuff. This is the first one. This is Nemyrivska.
Nemyrivska, tak.
Never heard of it. I think I've heard of like two of these. So this is pshenichna, so this is from wheat. I think that most of these vodkas are probably from wheat, just because Ukraine has an abundance of wheat, and that's sort of the cheapest way to make grain alcohol here.
Oh, it smells like vodka. I mean, like, not less.
You know, when we did the cognac, there's just such a variety and difference between, you know, how different brands smell. I think that this is going to be like, it smells like vodka. Incredible.
Some expensive good vodka smells almost does not smell, but this smells like pure alcohol. What else?
Yeah, nothing else. No nuance.
Nothing to explain.
Yep. It's clear.
Clear and cheers.
I'm gonna hate this video. That's actually not bad.
I expected much worse.
Deceptively smooth. I thought that we would be. We have a sort of sample plate of things to sort of clear the palate around us, and some drinks, but. Very smooth, surprisingly smooth. I didn't expect that at all.
So maybe next ones will be something worse. But, you know, not because I'm patriot of Ukraine, but I think all our vodkas will be fine. Like, because it's a very popular drink. Many people buy it, use it, and there's no sense to produce anything really bad.
I think that there's like a sort of a minimal level of quality that Ukraine maintains around vodka, just because it's sort of the national spirit. Now, younger people are drinking vodka way less.
Yes.
Beer is becoming a lot more popular. Even wine.
Even wine, or even non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, can you imagine? Beer without alcohol is like sex without an orgasm. I don't understand the point. You get the calories of it, but none of the fun. This Nemyrivska, surprisingly pleasant. All of these are super cheap. There are certain tax regulations on vodka here that sort of bump the price up a bit. But I think that all of these, like this was probably less than $2. I think it was probably 60 grivna maybe.
Yes, it's $1.50.
Yeah, so like $1.50 for this. And this is way better vodka than you would get in the States. So this company's been around for, it says 150 years. I don't know if that's true or not.
I think no.
You can put anything on a label. For the first taste, surprisingly pleasant.
Let's move on.
So now we have Hlibny Dar. This is a very popular brand. You'll find this, it's exported pretty widespread. I think you might even be able to find this in the States.
Maybe, but what is Hlibny Dar? Hlibny Dar is literally bread's present, so present from a bread. So it's like also says that it's made from wheat. That's why I think it would be some similar interesting stories. That people should know that vodka as a drink was founded in Poland. In fact, word vodka is like totally Polish word. Vodka is like small water, like vodki, how you will say it, like
Little water, yeah.
little water. That's what mean vodka. In Ukraine we use usually different word, totally different. We call this gorilka. It's not like a big monkey, gorilka. It's like from Ukrainian word goriti, what means to burn. Maybe because actually good vodka can burn. Maybe you feel like burn in your throat when you drink it, but anyway, totally Ukrainian word is gorilka, not vodka.
As you mentioned, the birthplace of vodka is Poland. A lot of people think that it's Russia, but that's incorrect. Polish vodka is actually quite good.
Yes, for sure.
So is Baltic and Scandinavian vodkas. To compare, Ukrainian is actually not too bad.
Yes, if some people watch from Poland, I will say hello, my Polish friends, because your vodka is really good.
This is the cheapest version of the Hlibny Dar. You'll see like this says classic, so there can be like classic, soft, original, different.
But they take it from the same barrel, but they stick different labels.
Yeah, it's probably from the same distillate, the same factory. Maybe just some comes out at different points of the distillation process, but this is a very popular brand, so it might be present where you live.
Again, it smells like vodka.
Incredible. I really don't even know what I'm looking for in here.
No, but I would say that it has a bit stronger taste, stronger smell.
This definitely has that more chemical smell to it. The presence of alcohol is more abrupt than that. These are all 40%, so they should all be the same sort of alcoholic content, but it smells a little bit stronger, so I think that this is probably going to taste a little bit worse. Cheers.
Cheers. No, but taste is also quite good. Maybe a bit stronger, a bit.
It has a bit more of a burn to it. I think that the first one was smoother. You can taste the price tag on this a little bit more. But this tastes cheaper than the first one.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, this is more widespread. I've never seen that one before. But people know of Hlibny Dar. On to the next one. So this is Morosha. I believe that this is from Western Ukraine, because it says like the flavor of the Karpat or something like that.
I'm not sure, but I'm so old that I remember the times.
Mineralny вода.
Yeah. I remember the times when Morosha was like elite vodka, almost elite. So it's like cool vodka. But I think now it's like typical cheap product.
When I first came to Ukraine, this was considered very, very nice vodka, and now it's sort of fallen down the vodka ladder.
That's the whole world around us. In the past, it was much better than now.
Everything's getting worse. Hooray! I believe that this is from Western Ukraine.
From Carpathian Mountains.
So this is spring water vodka. Who knows? This could come from the Dnieper. Who can tell? So I do have to say that the twisting, the opening of the cap felt more
rough,
sharp. So maybe the cap quality is a little bit better. Again, we're doing half shots of this just because, it's just vodka.
Anyway, we will finish it when we finish filming.
These are all going to be gifts to him. I don't want to keep this in my house. Oh, this actually doesn't smell like...
It doesn't smell like vodka.
Incredible.
Incredible. That does not smell. It's like almost no smell at all. Almost.
Yeah, it's got a very gentle hint of vodka. It's not that sharp. The Hlibny Dar had like a punchy smell to it. This is very gentle. Like
hope the taste. Maybe I told the false. Like maybe it's still an elite vodka.
It was cheap, but we'll just see if it's still just as good.
Let's try.
Cheers.
Nice taste. Surprised to feel it a bit sweet.
Yeah.
Why? But why it's vodka? How can it be sweet?
It does have a little bit of sweetness to it. It doesn't have... I feel the burn in the front of my mouth as opposed to the throat. So this is really well done vodka. So I guess it is still in some sort of elite position, because this is definitely one of the more pleasant ones.
And as you see, after every shot, I eat some pickle, because the proper way to drink vodka is for sure with pickles or with some type of food. and that's why the one of the reasons why personally I do love vodka. That's because it enforces the taste of food. Because when you take a shot and then it borscht, it's much more tasty.
I don't follow Yosha's school of thought of alcohol magnifying food flavors. I think that's salt's job. But in terms of vodka tastings here, like in the States, we typically have a chaser. So you take a shot, you drink something, and then you follow it with something else. And that's typically a liquid. So we would drink cola after or juice. Whereas in Eastern Europe, they'll eat pickles. So these are some of the pickles that were in my pickle video. So we have pickled garlic stems, pickled tomatoes, pickled garlic, and then peppers.
Yes, drinking vodka and then like chaser, used juice as a chaser is like stupid for girls. Maybe sometimes tomato juice. And maybe sometimes orange juice. But some say that orange juice, when you drink vodka, is bad for your stomach.
Alcohol is bad for your stomach in general, and then maybe the acidity of the orange juice. Morosha, very pleasant. I remember trying this when I first came to Ukraine, and I thought it was not bad. So it still retains a bit of that quality, so that's impressive. I think that before we move on to the next one, we should try some pickled garlic. So, oh my god, it's squirting. Oh god, it looks so gross.
No, that I like pickled garlic.
He loves the pickled garlic. I'm a fan of it also, but it depends on the clove, how it's pickled, things like that. But this is tangy, super tangy. Woo!
When you eat garlic, doesn't you immediately feel that you want vodka? No? Do you have soul?
Yeah, my immediate reaction is not, oh boy, I want vodka.
Like vodka instantly, like garlic and vodka. They best friends.
Garlic and vodka, friends forever. Yeah, I actually think that pickles are better, like standard pickle.
I would also pickle, like Matthew calls it pickle. I usually call it salted cucumber because, as you know, that like in Ukraine we have different pickles, not only cucumbers actually. So like salted cucumber as a pickle, it's like the cheapest way to chaser the vodka. It's like the symbol of poor drinking enthusiast, like who wants to drink, but for chaser he has got only salted cucumbers. When you want to show that somebody is poor and he drinks vodka with salted cucumber.
And just one.
Yes, just
Some
one.
they'll suck it instead of eating.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how much vodka he got. One bottle, two bottles, three, but only one cucumber.
Because if there's anything that a drunk's going to economize on, it's the pickle, not the vodka. So next we have...
Древньокиївська.
I can't even read that. It's like stylized
Stylized
Slavic.
about old
I know, like
Slavic.
Kievska.
Древньокиївська. It's like ancient Kyiv. Ancient
yeah.
Kyiv. Absolutely stupid thing because in ancient Kyiv there was no vodka for sure. So that's absolutely stupid name for vodka. There were some type of alcohol drinks in medieval Kyiv for sure, but like there was no vodka because vodka like on our lands appeared yes maybe in 16th century or something like that. So it was sure not Middle Ages.
I think that the alcohols that existed in ancient Kiev were honey-based. So
Honey-based,
like,
yes, beer for sure, but not vodka. So calling vodka Древньокиївська, ancient Kyiv vodka, it's like to say that it's like a steak in Indian style. Despite its stupid name, it's like they taste fine.
This, I think, was a little bit more expensive than the other ones, but it just had an interesting bottle, so I picked that up. Vodka smell.
Typical vodka smell, typical vodka look. Maybe I just don't even know what to discuss about. Let's just try it and find out.
Budmo.
Budmo.
And by the way, cheers in Ukrainian is budmo. And so...
Literally translated like let's be. Not be the bzz, like be exist.
Exist.
Let's exist.
Let's exist. Yes. It shows the level of Ukrainian aspirations.
What we just need to exist. That's our dream.
So they'll typically say budmo, and then there can be a chorus of response of hey. So budmo, hey.
Budmo, hey.
Ah! Ew.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. Oh, goosebumps.
It's still. After first 3 shots, I was sure that none of those vodkas will be bad. What is this? Why?
Oh,
Previous ones were like tasty, and this is not. It's like, remember with this Lesko brandy film Kharkiv. Yes, like very pathos, very show off design. And this is the same, like show off design, ancient Kyiv, something like this. The symbol of Nemyrivska church, only like the symbol of ancient Kyiv, and such awful taste. Why do you produce bad vodka and naming it Kyiv? Like Kyiv, it's our capital, it's an ancient city we're proud of, and you use Kyiv's name to produce bad vodka when it's easy in Ukraine to produce normal vodka.
yeah, that was really bad. It was so bad that eating the garlic, I didn't even register the taste of garlic in my mouth. It was just overridden with burning. Ugh, this is really bad. Damn. It's a shame that this bottle's bigger too.
But I'll take it to my home. When
You're taking all
Anyway,
these home.
not so bad to leave it here. I'll take it anyway.
Lyosha runs a home for wayward vodkas, so he's going to adopt all of these. So not a drop will be wasted. Next we have Horilka 40?
40,
So 40? Yeah. I don't know. No name. I bought this because it looked horrible. This one looked the worst. It's got like a Soviet-style bottle.
Absolutely.
The name of it is just 40, as in like the percentage, and it says Ukrainska Klasyczna. Like, ugh. It just looks bad.
I think it's produced like for those old guys who have nostalgia about Soviet Union when they were young and they had hard dicks. So that's why they buy. Why they would buy this Soviet style vodka. But it doesn't mean that it will be bad. Like maybe it tastes not so bad.
Yeah, so the comment that you made about remembering when they had hard dicks, that typically happens with a lot of older people. You know, back in my day, blah, blah, blah. When they don't miss the product or the thing, I think they just miss being young, being free, healthy. So a lot of the nostalgia around Soviet stuff is probably based on that, because Soviet things were bullshit. So, that's a good crap.
Yes, good. Yes, good. Sounds good.
Sounds
we also have to rate sound of every vodka. How it bulbs, how it yes, all this stuff. The smell is average, not bad, not terrible, not good,
but
not terrible.
It's
yes.
very strong vodka smell. But I don't think it'll be worse than the last one we tried. So
we can just try and compare.
Oh boy. Hooray. Okay.
No, it's not bad. If you are an old guy who remembers Brezhnev or even Stalin, you will say that it's okay. You don't need some ultra pleasure from the taste. You just want vodka.
I would say that, this is your standard issue vodka. Smell straight like vodka. Nothing really to say about the taste of it. This is prototypical vodka. I think that's also why they just named it 40. Just the degree of effort's quite minimal.
They were lazy to discover some other name. Let's be 40. 40 it's okay, it's enough.
Before we move on to the next one, I think it's interesting to talk about this little plant. So this is cheremshe? Cheremsha. I get that in...
Cheremshe sounds like Middle Asian, something from
I was thinking about...
Cheremshe.
What is that city in Egypt with all the resorts that Ukrainians go to? Sharm el Sheikh.
Yes.
Sharm el Sheikh is what I think. So
Sharm el Sheikh is a Cheremshe.
yeah. But it's called broadleaf garlic or wild garlic, and it only grows in a very small window in the spring, and it only grows wild. They haven't found a way to cultivate it yet, so this means that someone had to go into a wet wooded area and bring it back into the city.
And since we can't show you the taste through the screen, I would explain the taste of it like something between onion and garlic, something between.
And it's got a bold punch. But it's not overwhelming. Also good with vodka. It's good in soups. It is punchy. It's got the crunch of sort of a green, but the flavor of sort of half garlic, half onion. It's super cool. So also good at sort of nullifying vodka tastes. So the last two, these are sort of relatives because they're both Hlibna Sloza.
So again, brand and wheat in the name. So Hlibna Sloza is like bread's tear. Just how poetic is bread? It's like poem, bread's tear.
So it's sort of
Depressive.
yes, it is. It's like sort of like a sadness to it. Imagine your bread crying.
Yes.
Couldn't it be joyous?
Yeah, but the tear is really clean. It's a typical comparison, like like clean as tear because tear is clear.
But
Yes.
tears are salty.
But it's but the color is
Oh, yeah.
and no like nothing bad in it. So that's why for Ukrainian language it sounds okay.
The crack on the open sounded good. So A+ on that, I suppose. This is sort of the cheap version, and then there's a more deluxe version that we're going to try last. But this I also have low expectations for.
And I have a suspicion that both tastes the same.
Probably, yeah. Eesh.
Maybe my nose is poisoned already, but I think that it's not too strong, not strong smell.
To me, it has a very strong smell, a very strong vodka smell. And that's after eating garlic and this wild garlic and pickled things. It's still... And we're sitting over a plate of pickles, and I still smell it. I think that this is going to be awful.
So let's try it and imagine how the bread cries.
This is what it sounds like when bread cries. Oh, God. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ugh. I thought it would be way worse. Not smooth, for sure, but not near as bad as the ancient Kyiv one. This, to me, is just like average, poor quality vodka. But I think that this is probably a vodka that's maybe made for mixing or cocktails or something. It's not painful to drink, but
I think
oh my
you're wrong
God,
because
this is...
usually in our culture nobody like uses it for mixing for make any cocktails. Cocktails of vodka like only Bloody Mary like is popular, but nothing more. But why is
This is 35%.
35%?
So I thought all of these would be 40. 40 is very standard.
So it's very because usually when you drink something 35 comparing to 40%,
softer.
it much should be softer. But they also write it's a tincture. Tincture of what? Of nothing. No taste except vodka. Tincture of what? of a tear of a bread.
I think that some marketing idiot is having a field day with trying to sell
like,
this stuff.
They were drunk enough and they said like, let's write what we write on the label of our new product.
Tincture.
Tincture, tear, bread, soft. What else? Let it be together. Let's do it together.
It's not vodka. It's a tincture, and it's not even 40%. It tastes like 40%.
Absolutely, it tastes even like 45. Like was in Family Guy there was beer vodka.
Vodka beer. 12 ounces of carbonated vodka.
Cutting down to 1 beer a night.
She don't know.
Your wife, you pretend that you're drinking beer, but you're drinking vodka. Like
She don't know nothing.
She don't know nothing.
A lot of marketing stuff here.
But probably yes. Maybe I would say if considering it's 35% of alcohol, like it's even the worst what we tried today.
If it really is 35%, there's no excuse for it to be that harsh. It should have been way smooth. After that marketing snafu, I now have no confidence in this because it's the same brand, but this actually says Horilka on it. Oh my God, USA export. What?
USA export. So you damaged your hand and your arm, and you still can't open it.
It's like this wax is just like crumbling into this bizarre powder.
But at least if to discuss about design of the bottle, it's interesting. It's such a long time to open it. I think they spent the whole budget of the price of this Gorilka to the bottle. I think so. It should be like something awful. Now pull the
Okay,
rope.
now there's a rope underneath all of this wax. Oh, it stinks. USA export. Where's
USA.
the quality control on this?
On this bottle, they also have a piece of paper where it's written like literally, now corkscrew is not needed. Just pull the rope. Why do you need corkscrew when you open vodka? You never need it. Pull the rope. You almost damaged your arm while pulling the rope, but now yes.
The rope was buried in wax. You couldn't find it until you've already removed all of the wax. This is another show-off bottle of nonsense.
Show-off bottle, like the drink of our ancestors. Like, but it's also absolutely stupid shit because, like many centuries ago, as I mentioned before, there was no vodka in Ukraine. It came like quite not so far, and it became popular like maybe 100 or 150 years ago. So like there's no any heritage of vodka like from 500-600 years ago. That's why it looks stupid for me.
Ugh. Super strong vodka smell again.
I think like previous one and this one, it's like the same.
A vodka. Oh god, this smells like rubbing alcohol. Ugh. Ugh.
But we should do it. Should do it for sure.
At this point. I expected worse. Certainly isn't the best of the day, but way better than I thought it would be.
Would you buy this vodka if you want to drink vodka? No.
No.
Would you buy it for a present? No, because it's not something elite or something like that. So I don't understand the point of this exact vodka. Like too complicated design to open, to show off design of label on a bottle, look like it with this sticker also like this. But vodka is average or even like worse than average.
Presentation of the bottle sold me on it, so I mocked a lot of the marketing stuff on here, but it worked, I guess.
They just wanted to fool a stupid tourist, and they did it.
We have selected our favorites for today. So, Lyosa, if you'd like to go first, what was your favorite?
My favorite was the first one, Nemyrivska. I don't know why. I just expected it would be something awful, but it's like truly quality, good, tasty vodka with all advantages that I love in vodka taste. So I really enjoyed drinking it. So for sure, it's the winner for me.
Yeah, I agree. That was surprisingly good. Didn't really expect too much from it. But my favorite, I think, was the Morosha. Morosha because super gentle. It had it was the only vodka that had sort of a little additional smell, like you mentioned sweetness to it. So there was a little bit of nuance of something else there. So I really appreciated that. And then also there's a bit of nostalgia because this is the first drink that I had when I came to Ukraine. That first summer that I was here.
So let's make a shot of our favorite ones. And then we will tell what is the worst one, but we won't try it, okay?
There's no need.
But I'll still take it home.
This will be the last one of the day, and we'll follow it with a spicy pickled pepper. Two great tastes that taste great together.
For great guys, for great taste.
Ooh, hey. Tangy. And in terms of the worst, the decision was unanimous. It's ancient Kyiv schlock. This was bad. This was really bad. If you want to relive your vodka virginity, get this, and it'll burn like the first time. But this was bad. Everything else was okay. The two that we mentioned as our favorites were actually superior to everything else, and for the money, it's super cheap. So to have something of such a high quality for a very affordable price is really, it's just sort of reflective of the quality of where Ukraine's vodka production is at now. So it's pretty impressive. I thought that most of these would be awful,
but almost all of them are good. Yes.
I would say that you can buy any Ukrainian vodka anywhere with an extremely high degree of confidence. So if you want to support Ukraine and Ukrainian vodka production, go for it. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. All right, so that wraps up the vodka video. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Nosha, for joining me.
Thank you for calling me, for inviting me, because like it was joy even without camera. Without camera, it would be joy for me.
So yeah, thank you guys very much, and as always, till next time.
See you.
There's not a battery in this. We're just playing.